May I speak in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Just before coming over to the United States, I was in Birmingham City Council's registry office. I was in this registry office to sign some paperwork, mainly relating to a secular service. Because in England, you have religious services and you have secular services. And in religious services, you can talk about God, and in secular services, you cannot even intimate at God. To the point of that there is a list of pop songs that are not allowed to be used during weddings. Not because they're poor pop songs, which I would strike them off for, but because they mention angels or heaven. And they mention a sense of religion. And so the way it is done in England is if it has any kind of preface of religion, it's not allowed in the secular field. So it was a bit of a surprise to me in this Birmingham City Council office that is normally held for weddings, there was this new service that they were offering to families. It had a family with a baby around what I would call a font, but they had a bowl of water. And the new service that they were offering was, come here for your family's naming ceremony of your new child. And I was like, well, why do you need water for a secular naming ceremony? And the reply is that families request it. But I thought religion couldn't be involved in secular services. Oh, the water isn't secular, we just sprinkle it over the baby as we name the child. Okay, so what are we actually doing? Because for all intents and purposes, it looked a bit like a baptism. And for the families that were going or requesting this water ritual, there's some symbolism there. There's some symbolism about being cleansed, about being refreshed and renewed. There's this sense of being pure, being whole. But if we really were to look at all the naming ceremonies, kind of line them up, Hindu, Sikh, secular, Christian, and we didn't look at the words we used, other than Judaism, which was a little extreme, they pretty look the same. And especially if you realize that in the early churches, after baptism, you also gave them a spoonful of honey to symbolize that first taste, that sweet taste. So it looks a bit like a Sikh or a Hindu naming ceremony as well. So are the actual ritual actions really religious? Or have we put religious meaning on them? So what are we doing? What are we doing today, and what makes our traditions special to us? We are baptizing Clara and James into our Christian community as members of our body, members of a community of love, of faith, and of hope, a community of relationship. In a secular ceremony, when you sprinkle water on, all you're doing is saying, well, hi, you're Clara, you're James, nice to meet you. But here we're saying, Clara James, you not only belong to your immediate families, you belong to this community, and this community belongs to you. But not only this community, the whole community of Christian brothers and sisters around the world. And not only that, but the interrelationship of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. When Jesus said those words about being baptized in the water and the Spirit, he was being serious. We cannot divide the Trinity. We cannot divide the act that we're going to do shortly. Our baptism is not only with water, it is with water and the Spirit. To belong to a Christian community is not just to be known by your family, it's to be known by a whole community and to be known by God. So today we welcome James and Clara, and we make sure that we and they know we belong with the Trinity in that interrelationship between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.